Hey everyone, welcome back to See You Next Thursday. I'm Willow of Pixie Retreat.
And I'm Tree.
And hey you. Yeah, you. You've been looking for a sign, you've been looking for a signal. This is it. It's this today at this moment. Welcome back to our channel where we are keeping it real. We're keeping it a little mystical and even a little bit magical.
And fresh.
Okay, sure. Today we're diving into something that can truly change your game. The art of assumption and how it pairs perfectly with risk-taking. It's like they're BFFs, they're best buds, walking hand in hand, pushing us out of our comfort zone and into our personal power. If you've been waiting for the perfect moment to leap, this is it. If you've been waiting to start a new project, to say yes, to say no to something, to start a reinvention of self, the time is now.
To jump off a cliff.
Right? This is your permission. This is your permission slip to stop waiting and start creating.
And start growing some wings.
Start growing some wings. You're going to jump off that cliff. Your wings are going to sprout and you're going to gently glide down to a super plush sofa, because when we take risks,
Sofa.
well, maybe a really plush bed, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's
pool.
plush, it's soft, and your landing is super, super gentle.
So let's start with the art of assumption. And this isn't about wishful thinking, even though it might come across that way.
What's it about?
It's not about vision boards or anything like that. It's
They're
about you become what you assume to be true. And the things that we really believe that our path, our purpose, our forward momentum, those are the things that transpire. And on the other end of the script, if we spend time thinking about, not feeling worthy enough for these things, those things will transpire too. That's the art of assumption. So we really want to focus on the things that we actually want, that we believe, that we know, that we hold true to ourselves, and move with that intention, because those are the things that are going to guide us. Mm-hmm. And you talk to your family and your friends and stuff, and you'll hear, I would say, 90% of naysaying. What about this? You shouldn't do that. Maybe you should think about this.
Your family and friends will ask the how and the when. How's that going to happen? How are you going to do that when you don't have this? Oh, really? When are you going to do that, Willow? That's how it always goes, though. It's like we start sharing these, our dreams and our desires, and people just want to tamp them down. They want to know all these things that we're not expected to know. That's the universe's job. Our job is just the what and the why.
And to really trust that, and to not let other people's opinions. And I think for me, especially, it's been a message and not sharing. I want to share because I get excited.
It never works out
for you. But I want to share. I'm going to really take this as a practice to share after it's happened versus when I'm in the dreamy, the excited mode. Because I'm really excited. I want to share. And then I hear all these opinions about like how, why, when, all this stuff that makes me feel.
You start doubting yourself. You start doubting.
And doubt is a creepy thing that can really instill in you the fear and the worry and the concern and stuff that can really halt your progress. So I'm going to use this as a lesson to not be the oversharer and really trust in my own divine being and move from that direction.
I'm holding you to it. You said it on camera. I'm holding you to it. I'm holding you to it.
Assume that you're already...
You heard her say it. She's gonna hold some stuff closer to her vest, and she's not gonna share before that magic is truly brewing and spilling over.
That's my goal.
It is. I love it. It's a great goal.
Assume that you're already living it, and I'm not chasing it. I'm not hoping. I'm being it,
The prize doesn't seek. The prize is sought. That is what you are.
I'm the prize.
You're the prize. The prize isn't out there seeking. The prize is sought.
This is not delusion. This is energetic alignment. You talk to people with this kind of language, and you come across as woo-woo and freaky and all this stuff. And freaky's good, you know. So we just have to just move with it. And I think just holding stuff close to the vest and really believing in aligning ourselves with what we know, what we desire to be true for ourselves, and where we see ourselves headed. I mean, I have so many examples of that.
Give me one.
When I wanted to be a rapper, and I got signed to Warner Brothers, you know. So I wasn't like putting it out there. I was like doing my own thing on my own time.
So what were you doing on your own time?
Writing raps.
Cool.
And then, you know, I was trying out for stuff, and I was very quiet about it. And then I had this amazing magical experience happen in my young 20s. That's just one example. And then when we had our kitchen, it was like we dreamed this whole vision.
We drew it. It's like at one point I had drawn a picture of what that kitchen looked like, how it had a glass roll-up garage. It was really big. We had takeout in the front of it. It was sectioned off so that we had our production in the back, and it even was better than we could have imagined. It had a whole other level to it when it actually came. But we saw it first. We saw it in our imagination.
We stuck it in our minds.
Yep, it was a completely imagined scenario that totally played out to the T, but slightly better.
A lot better.
It really was amazing.
And we were making raw food, which was like such a marginalized thing around food, and then we just had this insane expression that materialized of what we were doing. You know, even going down to the locations and everything, and even going down to the closing, because we also had a vision of feeling overworked, overtired, overextended.
I just remember you saying, "This is going to kill me. If I keep doing this is going to kill me."
I did.
And guess what? It stopped.
Yeah. So that's the power of, you know, thinking and believing, because
an assumption.
Like, whatever we want, good or bad, is coming into being, and that's the law of attraction. So, you know, your subconscious doesn't care if it's real or imagined. It just responds to repetition and emotion, good or bad. You know, so just really hanging on to that notion of what you really want, and you're feeling really good and you're feeling excited, move with that. Sometimes it goes the other direction. You're feeling really overworked, you're feeling tired, you're feeling overextended, you're over it, and it's going to go that direction too. So it's really important to pay attention to the direction of our thoughts in terms of the assumption.
It's true. And the repetition of whatever it is we are imagining or dreaming, that creates a loop, a feedback system. So we really want to be careful what we're choosing to imagine or think about. You know, if you're watching crime shows every single night and you're imagining that somebody's going to break into your house, well, guess what? There's a good chance something like that could happen. So get that shit out of your mind, move it on out, and let's focus and start imagining and assuming that you are what you see yourself being.
Well, I saw something today that said, you know, you drink so much caffeine that could kill a horse, and then you're up all night like watching crime shows, and then you're late at night scrolling on your social media, and then you wonder why you have high anxiety and you're not sleeping.
Catch up, peeps. Catch up.
Note to self.
Yeah, right? Totally.
Not innocent. So here's an example. You want to be a successful artist, start acting like it. You know?
What does that mean? What do you think that would look like? So you want to be a successful artist. What does that look like? Just helping her out a little bit.
Proclaim it. Know it. Look at your track record. What is your special interest? Like, know that you're worthy, know that you're good enough, know that you deserve it, know that you're prosperous and abundant and all these things.
And an amazing artist. And that there's somebody, it's like, whatever kind of art you're creating or I'm creating or whatever that is, there's people out there for it that are going to be so drawn to it and so attracted by it. Maybe it isn't the entire world, but there's a group, there's a specific niche that's coming for you. Well, it's like, you know, it's that kind of thing where, you know, art is, it's like,
Subjective.
it's very subjective, and it's, beauty is always in the eye of the beholder. And there's always somebody out there that's going to find what you're doing beautiful, fascinating, amazing. It must hang on my wall, or it must sit on my table. Whatever it is, there's somebody out there that's looking for exactly what you're doing.
And we all have our own visions, and as long as we can work towards expressing them, then that vision will come to life. If we just hold it close and we never share it, then it's never going to come to life.
Yeah.
So like, I'm definitely a successful artist.
Yes, you are.
I've reinvented myself many times.
Yes, you have.
And if I can remember these parts of myself that make me feel empowered and excited again, then like all of my art is going to be come into full expression.
Yeah.
So don't say I hope, say I am.
I am a fantastically prosperous artist. I am a fantastically amazing, gifted teacher. What are you?
Worthy. I am worthy of my art expression. I am paid fruitfully and fantastically.
I'm always booked out. People are waiting to get in to see me, to have me teach them what it is what it is my gifts are.
So Willow is speaking like someone who is, like trusting her voice.
I do trust my voice. We just met with these two women last week about potentially renting their space on the beach, for retreats and stuff. And I was so proud of myself when we were done with that, because I was boastful about our skills and who we are and what we've accomplished. And it's been a minute since I've been that sure about myself and what I have to offer the world. My level of confidence was so empowering that both of these women were just taken with us. They were so interested in us.
And it's really, I would say, important and also very valuable to brag about yourself.
It is.
You think it's shameful. It's not as shameful.
Mm-mm.
We're taught that we shouldn't embellish, and I'm not saying
not embellish.
but we shouldn't brag about our things because
about our
somehow
gifts,
it's
our
egoic.
skills, our powers,
But it's very helpful to brag and grab a couple friends and then daily brag about yourself.
Share
about
a brag.
something.
Yeah, brag about something that happened in your day today. Brag, like for me, I'm going to brag. I'm going to do it right now. We're selling our house, and we just had a showing, and the person, it's like, our house is so cute. It was like everything about it got 5 stars. The person's into it. I wouldn't be surprised if an offer was written. I wouldn't be surprised, because this person was so into our house, the energy of our house, the way our house looked, how clean it is. It's so amazing. And so I'm going to brag about our super freaking cute house that's on the market right now. It's about to sell any second.
For sure. Above asking. Decide like someone who already is. And that means, we say like, I am an amazing artist. I am an empowered entrepreneur. I am successful at all that I do.
I am a gifted teacher.
And own it.
And own it. Absolutely.
Assumption is in a risk. You have to be able to believe before you see the proof. You have to trust the process and know that everything is always working out for you. Mm-hmm. And, the proof is in the pudding. And, the proof will reveal, because everything always gets us to the place we want. And even if sometimes things don't happen the way that we want them to, we always get to the next greater place. And so that always can turn back and say that, gosh, I'm so glad that didn't happen, because now I'm in this place that I really actually love. So trusting the process can be hard, especially if you're like an Aries like me, but you just trust it and you believe it.
She
and
wants everything yesterday.
I do.
Like last week.
It's challenging.
Wherever she is, she wants to be over there.
That's not entirely true.
It's a little true. Let's be real.
So what else?
Well, let's talk about risk now, because risk is the other part of the art of assumption, taking risks. Assumption without action, it's cute, that's a cute idea, but it's not super effective. Risk is the bridge between what you believe and what you experience. Does that make sense to you?
Risk is about what
Risk
you believe.
is the bridge between what you believe about yourself, what you believe is meant for you, and what you experience. So what we believe, we experience. That is basically what I'm saying. You have to leap before it feels safe. You have to show up before you feel ready. Sometimes we think that all these things have to be in place before we can make the move. And usually that's just not how it goes. Oftentimes,
is that strategery?
well, kind of, but it's a lot of times it's creating by default, or it's perfectionism. And if we're waiting for the perfect time and the perfect set of circumstances and the perfect this and the perfect that, we're just wasting time. Nothing is perfect. We have to just move.
We move from feeling.
It's the best way to move, I think. And sure, the first time out, something might flop. It might sting, because it's not that perfect thing. It might be awkward before it's awesome, but if you never put yourself out there, how is anything ever going to come to be?
And failure is never failure.
No.
It's just a stepping stone to success.
To the next great thing that you're going to accomplish.
Because
always.
Just a reminder again, a friendly reminder that we always get to where we want to be, good or bad. You know, like if we focus on something that we really want, it will happen. If we focus on something that we don't really want, it will happen too.
I really want to start doing in real life cleansing retreats. It's something that I'm dying to do. I just feel like it's going to be so powerful. I feel like it is powerful. This cleansing that we've been doing, we're really crazy into the 369 liver cleanse.
Medical meeting.
It's so powerful. And it's time, I feel that it's time to take it to that next level, which is an in real life retreat. We've been doing virtual retweets, but I want to do something where we come together and have this powerful experience together. So what's the plot twist here? The cost of not risking is way higher than the cost of trying and adjusting. Does that make sense?
The cost of not
The
risking.
cost of not risking is way higher than the cost of trying and adjusting. So we just got to put ourselves out there. It's like I was just saying, you can't wait for the perfect moment. You have to put yourself out there.
It reminds me of the old notion, ideology maybe, that we have to, and I think it's changed so much in recent years, especially with this younger generation, that okay, we're going to get married, we're going to have kids, white picket fence, 9 to 5, or maybe 2 or 1 incomes, and
two cars, a
next
dog.
thing you know, somebody turns around in their 40s and they buy a yellow sports car with a license plate that says "earned it."
Because we saw that in our old neighborhood.
So, and that's fine.
plate.
That's fine, but that's everyone's path. But I think, I think the younger generations are waking up to this notion of taking charge, because they can see they're coming in, the indigo children are coming in and realizing that they're wanting something different, because this old adage of what we think that
we're supposed to be doing,
what we're supposed to do,
how things are supposed to unfold. There's some sort of a way that life is supposed to go.
There's no supposed to. It's just about how we feel and what we want,
Really true. So here's a quick journal prompt. This could be a good way to get yourself going in this direction by assuming and then taking a risk. What's one risk I'm pretending I'm not ready for? ...
Give me an example.
But secretly craving.
Give me an example.
Well, I just did. I really want to start doing these in real life cleansing retreats where people come and I want it to be beachy. We're sharing space. We're creating the food. Sometimes maybe we're creating it together. We're moving through all of this. We're having an experience together. This cleansing experience is really powerful. Everybody gets a high feeling from it. It feels like some magic is happening. When you step away from it, it feels like, oh my God, the magic's gone. I want to do that in real life with a series of people, maybe 3 or 4 people at a time, maybe 5 or 6, but not more than that to begin with. And that is what I am craving right now. I'm craving that. I'm craving it. So I know, because I'm putting it out here right now, it's my next move.
And it shall be.
And it shall be.
Yeah.
And so it is. So write that down, and that's your next move to get you started on this next thing. So it's a journal prompt. I'm going to say it one more time. What's one risk that I'm pretending I'm not ready for, ... but secretly craving? Start there. Ask yourself that question. Write it down. When we write things down, it's one of the most powerful ways to get the ball rolling, to draw to you what it is you believe you are, or you want, or you desire, or that's just supposed to be yours. Expect it. Expect it.
Well, I had this vision of standing on the edge of a cliff, or even like in a car, like Thelma and Louise.
Okay, cool.
And well, really standing there, but like, and then you jump off, and then you know that the wind's going to catch you, and you're going to land gracefully. Or you stand there, and then 20 years down the road, you think, well, what if I did that thing? What if I followed my heart? What if I listened to my inner guidance system, which is our strongest guide.
Yeah.
Is that when our inner voice is like yelling at us, you know, to do something, and we don't do it.
Or it's yelling at us to not do something.
I mean,
and then we do
never
it.
want to turn around and have regrets.
Do you?
I don't want to have regrets. I mean, I think I'm not somebody that's going to have regrets. I might regret some of my behaviors and stuff, but I'm not going to regret
not
making a move.
Yeah.
When a door opens up, I'm at least going to like look through it and see what's happening. Maybe it's not right, but at least I pursued that angle, you know, and I think that's a good mode of movement. I think because there's not these regimented ways of thinking and moving. Those systems are outdated.
They really are.
They're not present time, you know, and like, and I think take a risk, you know, on yourself, basically, and trust that you're going to be taken care of, because we always are.
Yeah.
And maybe it won't work out, but it'll guide you to the next thing.
Exactly.
And at least you know that it's not going to work out. It doesn't mean you failed. It just means that you tried, and you try again, dust yourself off, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing that gives your life that interesting spark, that creativity, that knowingness. And then all of a sudden you become somebody that has like all of these occurred interesting life situations that have come up that you can like speak about, and that inspire other people to do the same.
I mean, that's how I felt when we sat down with these two women. I felt like when we walked away, we inspired them. I know for sure it was a mother. They
inspired us too.
Yeah, for sure. I know it was a mother and daughter. And I know that the daughter was having a rough time. She's living in a new place. Just things aren't actually going quite right yet. But she took, not usually in the beginning, it's like we take a risk, and then we, you know, it's like change is always, it's always better, but it can be a little challenging because it's new. It's the new stuff. It's that stuff that we don't know secondhand. It's not second nature yet. And it's also where all of the potential lies. When we get up and we do the same thing so we get up, we do the same thing every morning. We go to our job, we do the same thing there. We leave from work, we might go to the gym, do the same thing there, maybe switch up our routine a little bit at the gym, and then we come home and have a meal. It's like there's not a lot of room for the magic. It's like we're doing things very status quo, very standard. We have to shake things up a little bit.
We're doing what we think we should be
Exactly.
doing.
And we just got to shake things up a little bit. That's really all that it is. And I'm not saying to like quit your job and move across country.
Maybe.
But maybe. But maybe it's some little more, it's some smaller actionable steps. You know what I mean? Like get up in the morning and instead of drinking coffee, have some lemon water. You know what I mean? Go for a walk around the block, then come home, get dressed, go to work. When you go to work that day, maybe smile at everybody. Maybe say hi to somebody that you wouldn't normally say hi to. You know what I mean?
Drink some celery juice.
It's just these little teeny things that create miles, these little steps that will begin to equate to miles of difference and change. And within that change, there is the potential for something new to sprout, to grow, to like inspire you to some new interest.
Well, pay attention to how you feel in the process. You know, like drink some celery juice, and it's like, oh wow, I feel actually so much more enlivened than having my coffee with cream or whatever in the morning. Yeah. And it's giving me a different feeling. Note to self, I'm still work in progress, but So when you assume the identity and act in alignment with it, you create a powerful feedback loop. Does that make sense?
It really does. Absolutely.
This is called embodiment. You're embodying your body.
Yeah.
This is where courage and creativity collide.
So cool.
You know, and when it comes to living and being our authentic selves, it does take courage and creativity to do that.
I mean, we're taught to fall in line. Most of us have been taught to fall in line. It starts with our parents. We start trying to please the people around us, and so we can get some sort of positive reinforcement or, validation.
I mean, my cousin Maureen was saying, I was like, you've seen me falter a lot in the last couple of years with this transition that we've had. And she said, and that's okay. You're okay.
You're human.
It's okay for you to do that.
Exactly.
And she was validating my flawedness, and I really appreciated that. I needed to hear that. You know, it's okay to feel like you're not
the flaws are what make us
up.
special and interesting. I'm sorry, but they just do. It's those things that make us different from, like the two of us. It's like her shaved head, my hair on the top of my head. It makes us different, and those differences are truly the spice of life. When we're falling in line and we're doing what we think we're supposed to be doing, we are not living life. We are not truly living our lives.
So here's your 3-step framework for embodiment.
Cool.
Assume it. Choose one core belief that matches where you're going, wherever it is. Example, I am a creative who is paid well for her gifts.
I love it.
I deserve it. I am worthy. I am abundant, and
you have so much to offer.
I welcome this new chapter and all of the gifts coming my way, and I love having all of the multiple streams of revenue in my life. It feels so good to embrace and to live in this state of prosperity.
Yeah.
To really it can be kind of hokey, but if I really allow myself, and it's not easy to get into sometimes, but if you can get into that frame of mind where you feel where you can feel yourself in that maybe you're not in that state, but put yourself there and allow yourself to feel what it feels like, and then watch it come to you.
And sometimes too, it's like staying general with it. If we start to say, oh, I'm wealthy, I'm this, I'm that, but then we have these doubting feelings inside of us that say, that's not true, that's not what's going on, then maybe we just need to get a little bit more general, I have everything I need in my home. My home is so cozy and comfortable. I want for nothing in this space. That, is something that might be easier to get with than, I'm rich, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's might just be a little bit easier. So just staying more general, when you get up in the morning, talking to yourself about how good your bed feels, how cozy it is, how you're warm and cozy, or the air is on and it's cool and breezy, and then you get up and it's you've got this great space to go into to get it together in the morning. It's just little things. We don't need to get crazy. We just need to sometimes keep it really general.
Well, I woke up this morning, the intention was to have a really good morning, and then I started the doubt crept in, and then the clouds were out, and I was getting really anxious. And then I went and did some exercise, and everything shifted.
You did.
Everything shifted. And then we met with some really beautiful people, and then just everything changed in that moment. And then my day got so much better.
Yeah.
And I realized I need this physical expenditure, whether it's yoga or exercise or a walk or all of the above. They're all the same. I need that. So tomorrow I'm going to do the same thing. Because it's going to help to guide the way that I feel, because I'm getting this outlet of release that I need to move me through when we're going through a lot of immense change. So the other thing is in the 3-step framework is to feel it. Visualize it until your nervous system stops resisting.
What does that mean?
When we feel anxiety, or when we feel our heart's racing, or we're feeling negative, repetitive thoughts, it's our nervous system is not in balance, And if we can just take deep breaths and really mean it and feel it.
Literally, just taking 5 deep breaths is one of those ways to help yourself release anxiety.
And so let this feel normal and not fantasy, what you're envisioning. It's normal. I had this dream, I had this vision. It feels normal to me. It might not make sense to your brother or your sister or your best friend.
This is why you keep it close. You don't put it out there to the world. Keep it close.
And just know it to be true. And like if you find that you're oversharing like me and then you're getting doubt and reception, don't share until it becomes a thing. And then people they can't deny it when they can see it come radiating off of you. Step 3 is risk it, which I'm really good at.
She really is.
And you are good too.
We both are a little bit courageous that way. We will do things based on feelings, almost always, not on reality or what somebody tells us we can do or can't do.
That's called delulu.
We are a little delulu, both of us, a little bit delusional, and I think it's a healthy way to be.
So take one bold step that your new identity would take, because we're not just one entity here on this earth. We are ever evolving, changing, conscious beings, and we have the right and the room to constantly become our new versions of self, to constantly shed skin, to constantly release, to constantly dream, and to become these new and improved versions. And in all of these different ways, like we're not capped out at a certain age. I mean, we're always seeking older people to guide us and to become this mirage of something that we really want to see.
And sometimes even younger people. Sometimes it's like, I've had a series of young women come through my world that have really made me think differently about some things, about some of the old ideas that I've been indoctrinated with. And so it's like people can come of all ages, shapes, sizes, colors, creeds. It makes no difference. Just be open. Be open to change. Be open to it.
It doesn't have to be some huge expression. It just has to be real. It has to feel good and make sense to you and resonate. That's it. You know, it's really simple theories. If you think about it,
they are.
If you allow yourself to,
it's almost like you get to be a kid again. You get to live in your imagination, and living in your imagination creates your new reality. It's the best way to roll because it feels good.
Yeah. So here's your reminder: assume boldly,
risk smartly,
and trust fully.
You don't need more signs. You just need some new bold moves. That's it. You don't have to wait till you're 100% ready.
Or 100.
Or what?
Or 100.
Okay, sure. Whatever. You just have to have 1% of courage or bravery to make that next step. And you know what else is really interesting? If you've been thinking about it, you're already 51% of the way there. So what's stopping you? You are the only thing stopping you. So get the F out of your way. You can do this. And we are really open to hearing about what your next brave move is. We want to cheer you on.
Get you some.
Yeah, get you some.
Thanks for listening to our TED Talk.
Yeah, totally. If you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want to, we'd love it if you shared this. We'll see you next Thursday.
We'll see you next Thursday. I'm sorry we haven't been
super
every
consistent
single Thursday because we're in a lot of transition mode right now, but we'll definitely be seeing you next Thursdays in general.
Yeah.
We love seeing you next Thursday, and we hope you do too.
We think it's
funny. So please like and subscribe. Hit that check mark. Is there a check mark?
I don't think so.
Well, whatever. Hit the subscribe.
She's just making shit up now.
Hope you have a beautiful day.
Yeah, if you want more real talk on manifesting, cleansing, loving life, taking risks, assuming you are what you want to be, then this is a channel for you.
And also, you join us on our monthly virtual 369 medical medium cleanses. They're super transformative, super powerful. We're also leading monthly Soulful Sundays cook clubs where we're sharing like really healing recipes.
Things that are a bridge. It's like bridging, coming from a cleanse and wanting to continue on.
It's called lifetime.
Yeah,
changes.
But not really knowing what to do next. We're offering guidance in that way.
And we'll be doing in-person virtual retreat, or not in-person virtual, in-person retreats as well.
IRL, in real life.
So yeah, sign up on our website, pixieretreat.com, and we're not even trying to like lure you there. This is our YouTube channel, but just offering that up because this is what we're doing.
And just one more thing to say, that a really great way to make some change in your life is to do something like a cleanse. Cleanses are resets. They help you to get back in touch with yourself, to get back in touch with your intuitive side, to get back in touch with your magic, to get back in touch with that authentic you that sometimes gets bogged down in the muck and the mire, or in illness, or in grief, or in loss, or in stress, or just in stagnation, just day to day to day. This is the kind of stuff, by doing something different, you can really begin to move out the obstacles and start shooting forward. That's better. Anyway. So again, if you like this, please hit the like and subscribe button. Check us out on www.pixieretreat.com, and we will see you next Thursday.
Peace.